Yo, I know y'all remember the Menendez brothers, right? Back in the late '80s and shit, right? They allegedly off both of their parents and shit, right? Cl- Claiming that the father was down molesting and you know what I'm saying, doing that type of acts. You get what I'm saying? And I think they said their mother knew about it. I forgot how that shit went down, but for you to off both of your parents and shit, right? With a goddamn shotgun. What possesses any type of child for to do that shit? You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure this shit out. Like, regardless of what harsh shit that your parents have done to you, what will make you resort to like getting a gun and just blowing their head off? You get what I'm saying? I never understood that shit. Now, if these were some black individuals, right? These motherfuckers would be just locked away, locked, you know what I'm saying, locked in prison and the keys thrown away without no type of goddamn potential parole dates or anything. These niggas been locked up like 35 years or something, right? So in most states, and I ain't gonna say most, in some states, when you get sentenced to life, right? If you still living 30 some years later, some of these motherfuckers be going up for parole, and especially they get granted parole if they had extensive years of being out of trouble. You get what I'm saying? Like no write-ups, no bullshit altercations or anything. That plays a lot too. And I've come to find out that if the victims' families are still alive, like all it takes is one or two people to go to the parole board and be like, yo, man, we still mourning the loss of our mother, father, or loved one, or whatever the case may be. And we feel that the individual shouldn't be granted parole. You get what I'm saying? Like, that plays a lot in some of these people, if not most cases where these guys be coming up for parole and you still have victims' families still alive. Now, this Michael Jordan case, right? I might react to that because I reacted to that. It's two dudes that supposed to have off Michael Jordan daddy, right? Come to find out, one of the individuals supposed to be granted parole, meaning that, matter of fact, 2023 already then passed. One of them dudes that killed Michael Jordan daddy supposed to have been coming home for for releasing shit, like because they been locked down since what 92, 93 and shit. You get what I'm saying? So that's 30 some years. You get what I'm saying? I ain't talking about these Menendez brothers. I'm talking about the two guys that killed Michael Jordan father. And I brought them up to say this. It's unlikely, like if you of color, that the parole board is going to grant you your release. Like I keep saying, if the victim's family is still alive, that plays a part in, like, when you facing the parole board, the victim family can be at the parole board saying like, yo, we feel like, yo, we still grieving over the loss of our loved one. We don't want this individual to be released from prison. That's how some of these motherfuckers still be in prison 30, 40 some years down the line after they done been down 40 years. You get what I'm saying? So these two motherfuckers, man, Eric and Lyle and shit, right? Menendez. They off both of their parents back in like 89 or some shit like that. They got sentenced in 96 or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? But here's the catch though. Their family members and shit, like their cousins and different family members, are on their in their corner and shit. You get what I'm saying? So I'm looking at this shit like these two motherfuckers that killed both of their parents and shit. Now, 30 years later, these motherfucking niggas trying to come home. They were sentenced to life. Matter of fact, we're gonna go down and read some of this shit. We're gonna go down and read this shit. All right. A Los Angeles judge ruled Tuesday that the Menendez brothers are eligible for parole in the August 1989, I was 8 years old. Shotgun deaths of both of their parents. These motherfuckers off their goddamn parents with a shotgun. A decision that moves the two men significantly closer to possible release from prison. All right. So the judge, they just went in front of the judge yesterday or the day before, right? And they got their life sentence. They got two consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole, right? How about they had a new trial recently, which was yesterday or the day before, and the judge then reverted their shit and gave re-sentenced them to 50 years to life. That means that if the parole board sees fit for you going home, your ass going home because they changed the life sentence, two consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. The judge reverted that shit and changed it to 50 years. Now, when you have 70 years over life, if the judge give you life without possibility of parole, then that means like, yo, your ass stuck. But if these motherfuckers be like, we're gonna sentence you to 60 years, 70 years, do y'all motherfuckers know that I don't know if this is in the air state though, but after 12 years, you go up for parole to see the parole board. Of course, you probably going to get denied. But I say all of this because 50, if they said, like, the judge be like, yo, we're going to sentence you to 50, 60 years in the Department of Corrections or whatever state you're in, right? Out of that 50, if you goddamn do 28 to 30 years and shit, and your record been kind of like smooth and dandy, of course you got a few altercations or scrimmages or whatever the case may be. But if your record is like, when I said record, I'm talking about the time spent in prison. You get what I'm saying? You didn't do no harsh crimes far as like being locked, being sent to segregation for a weapon or a phone or a serious fight or a riot or something like that. You get what I'm saying? But these two dudes, Eric and Lau Menendez, these motherfuckers, if you ask me, is ready to come home. You get what I'm saying? Like honestly, they ready to come home. Now we just continue reading. The two brothers, they all right. The brothers had tears and they were smiling. The Menendez attorney Cliff Gardner told Los Angeles television station such and such and such, relaying what he saw from the video link in court immediately after the ruling. All right, let's keep reading this. The brothers were convicted of murdering their wealthy parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez, after unsuccessfully arguing that they acted in self-defense following years of physical and sexual abuse. That's what I was speaking on before. These boys try to act like their father was molesting them and shit, and that the mother knew about it. You get what I'm saying? All right. A wave of public attention and support, much of it spurred by a Netflix series and a documentary about the case, fueled recent attempts to reconsider their sentences and get the brothers released from prison. Now, if these motherfuckers was of skin color, would it be all this fighting to get these niggas out? You get what I'm saying? All right. State parole officials will now review the case and decide whether the brothers should come, whether whether the brothers should be released from prison. That's why I was just telling you all. It's up to the parole board now because these niggas have served like they've been locked down 35 years. Now all it takes is for their record to be like somewhat squeaky clean. You get what I'm saying? Now if you do all that time, of course you're gonna get a write up for something. You get what I'm saying? Talking back to the officer like you're gonna get rolled up for something. Ain't nobody ready to go in that bitch. Even a saint ain't ready to go in that bitch and just do your time breezy. But that's what I was saying. Like, if you get sentenced to 50, 60, or 70 years, you have the chance of still coming home. It's up to the parole board to look, all right, this Negro has been locked down. He on his 29th year of 60 years. Next year, he'll be locked down. If he's still incarcerated, he'll be locked down 30 years. All right, do we consider this man for parole? Just go check his record out. Now, these you might have been squeaky clean for the past 10 years, but the parole board to go look at some shit that happened 15 years ago while you was locked down and shit and be on some shit like, well, on such and such date it said that you was the cause of this riot happening or whatever the case may be. So it's always some type of stipulations or some type of bullshit that come into play that will keep you from getting paroled. So, like I said, if these Negroes was goddamn of skin color, it wouldn't be all of this parole board bullshit. These niggas would be still locked away without the chance of coming home. These niggas had two consecutive life sentences, man, without the possibility of parole. And you mean to tell me that the courts and people had sympathy for these two guys and shit, for they retry these motherfuckers and shit? That shit don't make no goddamn sense. All right, maybe later. Let's go continue reading. And these the brothers now. If y'all see these motherfuckers and shit, the brothers now fit. All right, I'm gonna read this other one. Eric Menendez and his brother Lyle Menendez listened during a pretrial hearing on December the 29th, 1992 in Los Angeles for the August 1989 shotgun deaths of their wealthy parents. All right. The brothers, now 57 and 54. God damn. Yeah, because they did that shit when in their 20s, who appeared for the resentencing proceeding via live video feed from prison in San Diego will remain incarcerated for the time being. All right. Ultimately, we are here today with this result because of Eric and Lau and because they chose to live their lives with clarity and a purpose of service that the judge was impressed by. What? The judge was impressed? What the fuck? All right. Their niece told reporters outside the courthouse after the judge ruling, such a huge thanks to them for being the kind of people we could bring home. These motherfuckers slaughtered both of their parents, man. The resentencing ruling capped a day-long hearing in which several relatives, a retired judge, and a former fellow inmate testified in the support of the defense efforts to shorten the brother's sentence to time already served. What? Relatives. I wish I could highlight this shit right here. Relatives. Several relatives. So you mean to tell me your cousins, your nieces, nephews, auntie, uncle. I know y'all grandparents supposed to be dead and gone now, but the family members that's supposed to be, hold on now. Which relatives though, on your mother's side or your father's side? You get what I'm saying? Cause I'm on some shit like, what type of goddamn parents? I mean, not parents, family members, relatives, kin folks will be okay with y'all motherfuckers coming home. Y'all motherfuckers took the life of y'all parents. So you mean to tell me your father's sister or your father's brother or your mother's brother or your mother's sister okay with y'all coming home? Y'all took the lives of their siblings. You get what I'm saying? The mother, you all's mother and father. So you mean to tell me that several relatives, a retired judge, and a fellow inmate testified in support of the defense efforts to shorten the brother's sentence to time already served, or at least gaining their damn, eligibility for parole. All right. Excuse me, y'all. Got tongue tied. I know on a day like today, redemption is possible. Mark such and such attorney for the brothers said outside the courthouse after the judge's ruling. Such and such was flanked by Menendez family members as he spoke with reporters. The fact is the Menendez brothers have done remarkable work And today is great, a great day for a great day after 35 years. What type of remarkable work these motherfuckers keep talking about these brothers done done? The brother supported have the brother supporters have cited cited rehabilitative work that hold on now, I'm reading this shit. The brother supporters have cited the hold on rehabilitative work for the work the brothers have done in prison. Eric Menendez helped found a hospice program for terminally ill inmates. Okay, now I keep saying why the fuck they keep saying these niggas did remarkable work in there. All right, and Lyle Menendez founded a program that focuses on helping inmates understand their childhood trauma, including sexual abuse. The takeaway for me, says the lawyer, is their trauma has become the subject of punic interests, but they are a real family, real people who have lived through unimaginable horrors. And I am hopeful and glad we're one huge step closer bringing the boys home. After the trial in the 1990s, the brothers committing admitted to committing the killings, but insisted they did so out of fear that their parents was about to kill them following years of sexual abuse by their father, a wealthy entertainment industry executive, and emotional battering by their mother. So you mean to tell me that this a picture of them in the courtroom back in the day and shit? They were sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. Two life sentences now. Look at these brothers, man. So y'all listen to this.
Menendez Brothers have done remarkable work, and today is a great day after 35 years.
Menendez Brothers bombshell. A local judge resentencing Lyle and Eric Menendez for the murders of their parents and opening up the possibility for their parole. Tonight, Eric Menendez releasing an exclusive statement to ABC News. Eyewitness News reporter Leanne Suter live outside the Van Nuys courthouse with the story. Leanne.
Mark, Eric Menendez says he's extremely grateful and says that he wants to bring healing to his family after having caused so much trauma. After more than 3 decades behind bars, Eric and Lyle now have a new shot at freedom. Eric and Lyle Menendez are one step closer to possibly being released from prison after a judge resentenced them to 50 years to life, making them eligible for parole. We are very hopeful.
Yo, Angie, I ain't even see your comments, man. Appreciate you for stopping by, man. Like I ain't even see your comments, man. I had to lock back in into my board and shit. But I appreciate you, Angie, for stopping by. For real. All right, let's get back to this.
Ultimately, we are here today with this result because of Eric and Lyle, because they chose to live their lives with clarity and a purpose of service that the judge was impressed by.
In an exclusive statement to ABC News, Eric Menendez says, quote, "I am deeply grateful for the courageous, the judge, and his belief in Lyle and me. I will not let him down."
I'm relieved. I'm still processing.
Several family members and a former fellow inmate testifying at the hearing, pleading with the judge to release the brothers. Eric and Lyle have been behind bars for 35 years after originally being sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the 1989
of service.
So that's what the fuck I keep trying to say, man. That shit be hard to do and shit. Of skin color. Of skin color. Now you gonna have to have villages, communities, and all of that behind you if you of color. These motherfuckers had a retired judge speaking up in their defense. Several relatives. Now, why the fuck the relatives gonna come to their defense? I don't care like how many years then went by. This just me, how many years then went by, and you didn't took the life of my loved one and shit like that. I don't care how much rehabilitation you have went through in prison or what type of programs you founded and all of this and that. That shit don't mean shit to me. Now, do people change? Yes. But that shit don't take away the fact that you all got there and blew y'all parents' head off with a shotgun and shit. You get what I'm saying? I never understood that shit. And I'm gonna be reacting to the two dudes that supposed to killed Michael Jordan daddy because one of them motherfuckers supposed to be home. They done been down 30 some years for killing Michael Jordan daddy, right? So I need to got one of them is named Larry, the other one is named oh my god, I can't think. Daniel. Daniel Green and Larry something. Those are the two individuals that killed Michael Jordan daddy. And that case and that trial is goddamn special for me to react to. And I'm gonna react to that shit because I already reacted to it on this channel right here, or probably my old channel. But we'll be revisiting that shit though.
That the judge was impressed by.
In an exclusive statement to ABC News, Eric Menendez says, quote, I am deeply...
When you impress the judge, that shit says a lot. Now it's up to the parole board. How does the parole people feel? You get what I'm saying? Because like I said before this, the victim's family, right? If they are still alive, right? I'm talking about other cases and shit. The victim's family be the ones that stop people from being granted parole because they be at the parole hearings, letting the parole board know, like, yo, I know this inmate been down. He done did 30 years off a 70-year sentence. He done probably done rechanged his life and all of that stuff and then found God and this and that. But hey, we as the family are still mourning of the loss of our family member. So we feel that you shouldn't release this guy to parole. That's the reason why some of these, if not most of these guys, don't be coming home off of goddamn life sentences as far as killing somebody. And when they go up for parole, they've been done so good in 25 years that they still be stuck in prison is because the victim's family plays a whole lot at the parole board.
Grateful for the courageous, the judge, and his belief in Lyle and me. I will not let him down.
I'm relieved. I'm still processing.
Several family members and a former fellow inmate testifying at the hearing, pleading with the judge to release the brothers. Eric and Lyle have been behind bars for 35 years after originally being sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the 1989 murders of their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez. Both brothers reading statements, Lyle through tears via video from prison, taking full responsibility for what they did and apologizing to their families.
The results speak for themselves, and for the brothers to express that much insight, that much remorse, to take responsibility, demonstrate accountability.
But LA County DA Nathan Hochman doesn't believe they have taken responsibility for all of their actions.
Ask that question. Did you kill your parents? Did you murder your parents that night because of sexual abuse? The answer was no.
It will be up to the parole board to decide if Eric...
That's what I just said. It's up to the parole board now. Fuck everybody else thoughts.
Demonstrate accountability.
But LA County DA Nathan Hochman doesn't believe they have taken responsibility for all of their actions.
Ask that question. Did you kill your parents? Did you murder your parents that night because of sexual abuse? The answer was no.
It will be up to the parole board to decide if Eric and Lyle will be released, and ultimately Governor Newsom, who legal experts say will likely approve the parole.
Damn.
This is the decision of the judge, and then this is also the decision of the parole board. I am merely rubber stamping that which other investigatory people have already green-lighted.
I'm hopeful and glad that...
Damn, they already green-lighted. I'm telling you, so we can goddamn be looking to see these niggas get released. I'm trying to think of somebody else that's been locked up for some years, like these dudes. Like I was saying, like them dudes that killed Michael Jordan daddy. They've been locked down 30-some years too. You get what I'm saying? So one of the niggas was granted parole though. He's black. He's of skin color. I think his name is Daniel Green or Larry somebody. One of the individuals that killed Michael Jordan daddy supposed to came up for parole 2 years ago. That shit crazy, right? 2023, right? They put him in a cell number 23. They try to say Michael Jordan had something to do with that shit because Michael Jordan jersey number was 23. But they will be looking for one of them individuals to come home too. Because one of the dudes was putting it on the other dude. So for him to be granted parole 2 years ago, I'm still looking for him to be home to do one of the dudes that killed Michael Jordan daddy because they was given a life sentence as well. And they've been locked up the same amount of time as these two Menendez brothers. You get what I'm saying? So that's another good a good story to react to is the two guys that killed Michael Jordan daddy. And they tried to say that. I'm gonna give y'all a brief synopsis of this shit. The dudes got caught that killed Michael Jordan daddy, right? Of course, y'all know Michael Jordan parents and shit lived in North Carolina and shit, right? So these two individuals, some people speculate that Michael Jordan was a big gambler and he gambled a whole lot of shit and he had gambling debts and shit. And that's the reason why they took the life of his father. But they found Michael Jordan daddy I think in South Carolina, like South Carolina and Wilmington, North Carolina ain't that far from South Carolina, just a few miles or whatever the case may be. They found him in some swampy, like a swampy area and shit, in his car and shit, dead as hell in a red Acura Legend. All right, these Negroes got caught because guess how? These motherfuckers was calling themselves trying to be rappers, or one of the dudes was calling himself trying to be a rapper and shit, right? This motherfucker in the video on his finger, guess what was on his finger? One of the championship rings that Michael Jordan gave his daddy to have. One of the dudes had the goddamn Michael Jordan championship ring on his finger in the video. So they put two and two together and nabbed that nigga. You get what I'm saying? And then that led to the other nigga getting nabbed. But these motherfuckers, and that ain't the kicker. Don't y'all? I know my father used to have one in his Oldsmobile, but they used to have like phones inside of these cars and shit, right? Mobile phones and shit, right? Car phones. These dumbass dudes that killed Michael Jordan daddy and shit, right? These motherfuckers own the car phone and Michael Jordan daddy car, making calls to different people and shit. Like I said, that shit was that whole case was stupid as hell how they got caught. Period. You get what I'm saying? Let alone one of the dudes in the goddamn video with goddamn Michael Jordan championship ring on. So you know they put two and two together like, yo, these are guys that killed his father because where the fuck this man get Michael Jordan championship ring from? The same ring that he gave his daddy for winning one of them championship with the Bulls. You know, Jordan had about 5 rings or something. You get what I'm saying? Championship rings and shit. One of the dudes had that shit on his finger in the music video, waving his hand and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? So, yo, that's another case that I'm going to react to. Because, like I said, those two dudes, Daniel Green and Larry something, I forgot the motherfucker name. But they were sentenced to life. You get what I'm saying? Without the possibility of parole. One of the dudes came up for parole 2 years ago, which was 2023. You get what I'm saying? I ain't heard shit else on that shit. So I always learned by me knowing shit about murder cases and murder trials and shit for another reason. I always knew that the victim's family plays a part in you getting sentenced in front of the judge to life, death, or whatever, and they play a part in you coming home at the parole board. You go to the parole board, the victim families are there at the parole board saying, like, look, I don't want this man to ever come home. You get what I'm saying? He didn't kill our mama and shit. Even though he done been down 35, 40 some years, we still feel like we don't want him free. That's the reason why a whole lot of niggas and shit don't come home. That already done felt like they done did their half of their time and shit. You get what I'm saying? But this the Menendez brothers, y'all. So if y'all can remember that shit, some of y'all probably don't because of y'all age and shit. But during this time, shit, I was like 8 or 9 years old when this shit was going on. Do I remember it when I was 8 or 9? No. I probably remember start hearing more about this shit or having more acknowledgement of this shit by the time I was like 14 or something. You get what I'm saying? That's 95, 1995 or 14. You get what I'm saying? So other than that, man, I'm telling you, the way shit looking now, we got the it's up to the fate is in the damn the parole board's hand though. But it's looking like the Menendez brothers is coming home after 35 years. They've been in that motherfucker. They brutally slaughtered both of their parents now with shotguns. You get what I'm saying? So that's my reaction to this, man. Y'all continue tuning in to my reactions, man. And if y'all get wind of this, right? Whoever get wind of this, I be streaming on my Twitch. My name is Sir Early on all streaming platforms, so don't nobody got the axe and be on no shit like how we find you in is Sir. You type in Sir Early on anything, I'm gonna pop up. My face gonna pop up. You get what I'm saying? And that's where I be gaming at. You get what I'm saying? Last night I took a chance and started back gaming on this channel and shit, right? Just to let people know to go to my goddamn Twitch. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to make this channel like no gaming channel. You get what I'm saying? Like, go to my Twitch for that. Or subscribe to my gaming channel. Get my subscribers up on that so I can live stream on that. I need 50 subscribers before I can live stream on my gaming channel. But until then, I'm gaming on my Twitch. All you got to do is just type in Sir Earl and shit. Y'all go through the list and see I play the same games over there on Twitch and shit. But at the end of the day, and I be sending my reactions over there to Twitch as well. I'm live streaming right now on Twitch and YouTube, doing my reactions to this right now. So if y'all go to my Twitch right now, y'all see me streaming the same thing I am on YouTube. You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get back to them my reactions and shit. Yeah. And the police chases and shit like that. That's what I was reacting to. So I know some people be like, yeah, I would love to see a good police chasing the goddamn suspects running through woods and shooting back at the cops. I be reacting to shit like that. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I appreciate you for tuning in, whoever tuned in, especially you, Angie. You always show love, so I appreciate you for that. So let me see. Is there anything else to cover? Yeah, there ain't nothing else to cover. All right. Now I'm gonna go back and look because I ain't know y'all comments. Angie in the house was the only reason they are being somewhat easy on the Menendez brothers is cause they claim their dad touched them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But and then they said their mom like knew about the shit too. Salute, real. Early, did you get my? Yeah, I got some type of message. I ain't understand it though. I'm gonna go back because I was just turning over, waking up. Got up, brushed my teeth, washed my face and stuff. And I was like, man, I'm gonna go back and read that goddamn message that you left. Cause I didn't understand it. You get what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go back and listen to that shit. I mean, look at it. I'm great listening while working. I work 100% remotely. All right. Share out the gaming channel so we can connect. Yo, oh my God, I appreciate you for that, man. Honestly, honestly, I appreciate you for that. And in a few, I am going to stream GTA again on my YouTube channel because I got to keep instilling that shit in people like, yo, come to Twitch, come to my Twitch, come to my Twitch. You go to my Twitch right now. I'm streaming this same shit right now. But I use my Twitch mainly for the gaming. So I got slow motion over there. So I'm like, yo, some of them motherfuckers ain't gonna tune into my Twitch for gaming, but the people that do get wind of my Twitch might be strolling down and see me talking shit about Sexy Red or something, doing a reaction on that on Twitch because I'm streaming. When I'm on YouTube, I'm also streaming on Twitch. You get what I'm saying? So somebody might be like, yo, we don't rock with him for the gaming. We rock with him because he blunt and very vocal about certain shit that's going on. So I see the title, Sexy Red, Pussy Stink, or some bullshit like that. A motherfucker gonna tune in. So I'm the air. It's a reason to my madness. You get what I'm saying? Why I'm doing everything. It gonna all come to fold sooner or later. But salute to y'all, man. Real Angie baby. Always appreciate you. I be goddamn, it's raining again, man. It's been raining the past 2 or 3 days, like a storm coming from Florida or something, and that shit turned North Carolina up. One of the counties had 3 tornadoes within 1 hour. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know what type of storm this shit is. I don't know if my shit lagging, buffering, or whatever, because when it's storming like this, my internet be fucked up, but everything seem like it's moving swell on my end and shit, but on this restream, and I be streaming on StreamYard and shit too. But I like restream more better and shit. But y'all gonna be seeing a whole lot more of me with these reactions and shit. I'm gonna get back to me streaming those police pursuits and shit where they be chasing motherfuckers in the car going 100 miles per hour. Two Negroes jump out that bitch with guns on them and shit. Like I be reacting to shit like that. The gas station shootings and shit, dudes going in stores with AKs saying they're ops, and then when they get back out the store, they shooting by the gas pump. I'll be into all of that type of reaction. So when I say reactions, that's what I mean. Like just reacting to shit that I want to react to, not this, because I could be reacting to the Puff Daddy trial right now. That trial is interesting right now, and Cassie is on the stand spilling the beans, yo. I could be goddamn streaming that shit doing my reactions. You get what I'm saying? The little dirt shit and so forth. But I appreciate you all.